What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. Now, I did a video speaking on Jessica McCaskill, and I let the video play of her words. It was too much for me to try and, just basically paraphrase. And she touched on different things. Now, people don't understand the importance of why you do what you do at times. They'll hear, watch a video, hear what's said, and then they'll draw an opinion. But see, my thing is, when you're trying to get to the bottom of something, it's best that it comes out the horse's mouth. So there's no misunderstanding of, or people think you misunderstood what was said, or maybe it's unclear. Well, you're hearing it from that person. Now, I will always say, stand on what you believe, not to be stubborn, not to be optimistic, but truthfully, in terms of moral values, okay, principles of holding, holding down your morals, right? It's when you retract what you said. It's one thing if you retract because you're proven to be wrong versus, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Because if you stand on what you believe, okay, there's people who went through things, and if they could do it all over again, they would, because they did something that came from the heart. Now, I'm not talking about foolish, stupid pride, but let me explain what I'm talking about. 3 days ago was what? 2019, the 18th. Okay. Which is when the Boxing Voice put his video up of Jessica McCaskill speaking on behalf of Alicia Baumgartner. Well, Ellie Setback posted a video 2 days ago. Now, I don't know. Sometime I could make this video today, which is the 21st, but maybe not post it until the 24th. Just saying, right? So I don't always know exactly when what was said, because she went on the Boxing Voice and she spoke. In fact, her manager, he did a video saying that they were frustrated with Match Room. I didn't watch the whole video. I literally was like 45, 50 seconds in, got a phone call, had to take care of something, and I just never got back to it. So I don't know if he was trying to speak on behalf of her in a way of saying, she was just angry or frustrated, like, fuck it, put the blame on me, instead of the fighter. I don't know if that was the situation, because to say we're frustrated with Matchroom, and she said what she said, and I don't know what the rest of the interview was like. I may go back and check it out later so I can see what was going on, and may talk about it, may not, depending on if I feel like it's really necessary. But according to this statement from Jessica McCaskill, she said, the statement I made about Matchroom / Eddie Hearn on the Boxing Voice, well, yeah, that's letting you know. She's clearing that up, what she said on that. Yeah, so it's coming from that interview. Were 100% untrue. I apologize for my statements that were made. I am sorry and apologize for the mistake. Jessica McCaskill. Now, I don't know her actual relationship with Alicia Baumgartner, but listening to her speak, it sounds like they are or were friends. She didn't go to bat for Hannah Gabriels. She didn't go to bat for Conor Ben. She didn't go to bat for Dillian White. Okay? So it's obvious it's a personal reason that she went to bat for Alicia Baumgartner. To retract her statements, and the Boxing Voice asked her, are you now scared that they might come after you now and start all of a sudden you're popping dirty and, all these things? She, yes. Now, here's what I'm saying. We know that things go on behind the scenes that we're not aware of. Okay? We know that things go on, in life, where people who are completely crooked and dirty can stand in front of a crowd of people and smile, and they're getting praised and worshiped, and people don't even understand, like, this is a scumbag. So this is the type of things. Now, She said she's afraid that they're gonna, she spoke very sternly, but then said, "I'm not a bitch, and I'm not gonna basically tuck my tail." Now I'm paraphrasing that, but she definitely said, "I'm not a bitch," and pretty much I'm not gonna back down, is what she was saying, regardless of whatever. But what she said now in this apology, now I don't know if this is her management team saying, "Listen, hey, don't do that. You can be sued." And maybe she said it because I did see a thumbnail that said Eddie Hearn to sue Jessica McCaskill. I never watched it. So this could just be a plea bargain type of thing. Just take the plea bargain, man. Because when you go to court, it's not about right and wrong. It's actually what you can prove. It's a monopoly. Okay, and she may have did that pretty much out of, being advised to do it. No different from when Deontay Wilder told Tyson Fury, "I don't respect you," at the end of the last fight. And when Fury went to shake his hand, he wouldn't shake his hand. Just to turn around, next day, a couple of days later, with not so much of an apology, but like congratulating Tyson Fury. And, basically I felt like that was probably more of a Malik Scott thing of somebody going, "Hey, Deontay, come on, man. Like, I know how you feel, but hey, man, people want, feel they're going to think what they want." But the fact of the matter is, for all the claims of him cheating, and I mean, he won this time fair and square. So at least just, just put something out there so it don't look like you're bitter and a sore loser. It could have been that. And you know why I can say I believe that was the case as well? For one, as a grown-ass man, okay, it's not about being stubborn, but for you to come to the conclusion that you don't respect him, if you could come to that conclusion that, you know what, he won fair and square, that just erases everything that you claim he did to you in the past. Because if you can forgive him and say that, then that means you could definitely say, "Hey, Mark, man, listen, I was wrong for firing you and accusing you of poisoning my water. My test came back clean." And you know what people were saying? He put something in there that would last long enough, just during the fight, but go away by the time the fight's over. All this goofy shit that people were saying. I mean, literally, people was in my comments saying that. They were on other channels saying stuff like that. So this could simply be, I think we should apologize because we could definitely get sued by those claims, right? Now, to say that these things happen behind closed doors, but don't pinpoint it and say that this is what Matchroom is doing. She said this could be the case. This is why I said, listen to what's being said and understand. There's things that go on, okay, that you don't see, you don't think about. So to get people attention with these type of things, that's what you want to do with the truth, okay? But to turn around and now retract that's going to make people go, "Nah, see, she realized that she was putting her career on the line for Alicia Baumgartner. And the thing is, because that's her friend she's taking up for, but she know that she's dirty. That people going to come to all kind of conclusions. But why say something and take it back? How we always say Tank Davis would always take a shot at Floyd Mayweather or Leonard Ellerbe. Then he put a tweet up, then take the damn tweet down. Right? Anyone who does that is like, why? Why say it in the first place if you don't mean it? So it doesn't necessarily mean she didn't mean what she said. It's more like, well, we don't want to get sued. Because like when she said about, Alicia Baumgartner only had one fight left on the contract, okay? And that basically it could have been a situation where she didn't say that this was definitely the case, but she said it's a possibility, because these things do happen where someone doesn't want to re-sign. And okay, with the company, and okay, you don't want to re-sign with us, and then they try to sabotage your career or something. That could have been the case. But remember when she said that, and she goes, and all of a sudden she tests dirty, and she's like, "Fuck out of here!" Like, so she's making it known, okay, that yeah, she believes that Alicia Baumgartner is in a situation of being set up. So to not get sued, let me take all that shit back And more than likely, you heard her when she said it. I'm only going to say this shit one time. So y'all better, screen record it or whatever y'all going to do. Because I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to talk about this again, right? So bottom line is, especially as an active fighter, a lot of fighters don't want to say certain things because, again, they don't want their career sabotaged. I mean, you've worked with people at your job who constantly complain about the job and talk about dirty things. They done caught the administrator screwing, the housekeeping, the manager's wife or some shit or whatever, and it's true, but they don't want to be the one that everybody know. They don't want you to go back and repeat what they saw. You understand what I mean? And this is why, like certain places you work and they'll say things like, oh, well, by law, you can't record a person without them knowing. Like you're going to, hey, no, continue. Go ahead, keep hitting it. I'm just going to record in case you ever try to screw me. I'm going to show your wife. Or, you understand? No. So they don't want to be the ones that, oh, well, such and such said because, yeah, more than likely, they're fired. They're fired. And bottom line, you're going to be on the shit list. So people like to say things. I'm not into rumors, okay? A rumor is something that we don't know to be true. But when you know the truth, it's not a rumor to you because you know the truth. It's a rumor to the others that doesn't know. So things like this, if you say it, stand on it. Okay, stand on it. Because to retract, it just makes you look bad. But I don't think Jessica McCaskill took those words back because she truly thinks she's sorry. I mean, she said that those statements were completely untrue. Then why'd you say it? And she was actually out with someone, put them on pause so she can go do this interview with the Boxing Voice because she had to get some stuff off of her chest. When you go through things and you are afraid to speak up for yourself, you hold it in. Now you finally get a chance to say something and speak your piece. It gets to a point with a lot of people, like I said, that fear will overcome them and they won't say something. Then it's a time where they do say it. And then after they do it, the reaction from even the people around you. If you don't feel the support from your team or you're confident that you can get through this without, like nobody wants to have to go to court and go through all this nonsense, right? But to say it is completely untrue. She said 100% untrue. The truth of what she's saying about the things that do happen, like those situations do actually happen. Like she said in the interview, people don't really care about all that. They just care about the fight. Well, the awareness that you could have brought is now swept under the rug. So I just thought that this was interesting for someone to sit and say all of these things and then turn around and retract. Now, am I shocked? No, I don't know Jessica McCaskill personally. So I don't know these folks to say I'm shocked by what they do because anytime anyone says anything, and that's from the fighters to the commission to a judge, a lawyer, anyone, any form of business where a person is to serve justice, just to do the right thing, and you find out people are crooked. It's nothing new. So as I said, you got to hold these commissions and everybody accountable for being accomplices to knowing, to understanding. And like example, let me give an example. When she said they knew Conor Benn was dirty 3 weeks before time and they tried to sweep it under the rug, she's not lying. You see the point what I'm saying? We know she's not lying about that. The news that we got about, they knew 3 weeks ahead of time. That came out of Eddie Hearn's mouth and other people involved, not Jessica McCaskill's mouth. So she's repeating what came out of their mouth. So we know she's not lying. So you see, this is what I'm saying, where I believe that was said simply just so so she doesn't get sued. So now let me go back and retract what I said. But that's the part of what I'm saying to you. If you know something but don't have the proof of it, or you think you know something but don't have the proof of it, you do have to be careful of what you say. Now, does that make sense to everybody? I'm pretty sure it does. So if we go back to when I was saying the things that Deontay Wilder was saying about Fury, I'm saying I'm debunking what Wilder is saying based on Wilder's own claims, based on the people speaking for Wilder's own claims. Because there's no way in hell you can have that evidence, that proof, but I'm just not going to show it. I'm going to wait till after the third fight. Then I'm going to bring this proof and we're going to get Fury up out the sport. And that was a lie, because Fury's still here, never went to prison for manslaughter, still holding the WBC title hostage. Okay, so now, when I said he has no proof of it, no, he got proof. Okay, where's the proof? Show me. Have Wilder show us where. And he ended up saying, what? I'm going to go to my grave knowing that Fury cheated. But when you don't have proof, it's hard to convince people. Now, did he not say that? So when I'm telling you he has no proof, they could not see past their fanboyism, their immaturity, and their ignorance. You're getting mad at Aries and everybody else that's saying Wilder's lying. Yeah. He's lying, saying he has proof. He doesn't have proof. Remember, we were supposed to hear from a doctor. Remember, the doctor was supposed to do a video and make it known that, yeah, he was hit in the head, okay, with an egg weight. That's why the dent was in his head. And we said, the fuck would the doctor know? How would he know? He wasn't in the ring. Wilder could have fell. Wilder could have been home, fell, banged his head on something that had a dent in his head. We don't know that. The doctor doesn't know that. They only know what you say. How can the fucking doctor prove, oh, I know for a fact Fury did this, and I know for a fact it was an egg weight? Never once did I put Fury past cheating. Not one time did you hear me say, Fury wouldn't do that. No. Fury's a liar. And I don't put it past him being a dirty son of a bitch. Never once said it, that he wasn't. But people tie things in together the wrong way. So even when you hear me say, I don't want to put everybody in the same ball of wax, yeah, just like me saying what I'm saying about Wilder. It's not because I give a fuck about Fury or I think Fury's above cheating. Fuck no. I said Wilder had no proof. And Wilder basically is saying a bunch of shit with no proof, but he's telling himself, basically, the boxing channels, okay, the alphabet boys, they were the ones that came up with this shit. And Wilder rode that wave. How can you possibly, if I came home and my window was broken out, did a person kick it out? Did they use a baseball bat, a stick, a pipe? I don't know. All I know is my window was broken. How could I constantly say what it was that they used? Example, people, okay, about just saying things. Whether you believe in the Bible or not, you guys realize that the word apple is not in the Bible, not one time. Not one time. As a small child, I can remember asking my dad, I was about 7 to 8 years old, and I said, Pop, why do books always say that Adam and Eve ate the apple? And why do you always say Adam and Eve ate the apple? They made us read the Bible from front to back, even as kids. The difference with me is I didn't just read it. I was actually studying and paying attention. And at that age, a lot of what I was reading, I didn't quite understand because of the way they worded things. But as I got older, even then that, you know that the book says as they ate, okay, the fruits of the tree. It does not say apple, not one time in the Bible. So the fact that someone decided to make this story and say they ate the apple, where did that come from? It's not in the Bible. And I dare any one of you smart, dumb motherfuckers to show me that I'm wrong. And I'm not talking about some reprinted Bible that now they might put the word. No, initially, the word apple is not in the Bible once. So when they say they ate from the fruits of the tree, that could have been a peach, a plum, an orange, tangerine. Okay? Simple. So where we get this apple from? And this is what I'm saying. People say things and then it just catches on and everybody repeats it. And they'll speak about it as if they know this for a fact. It would be like saying, well, there's a place called the Garden of Eden and it's protected by 2 flaming swords. Okay, go find it. Go find it. And the Bible doesn't tell you, explain that the flaming swords are no longer there. Somehow the Garden of Eden is non-existent. Just saying. Oh, no, but people say, I don't give a fuck what people say. Show us anything that you can prove. If this ark, the cross that Jesus walked in, do you understand my point? You can't find none of these artifacts. How the fuck does somebody find a piece of wood and say, scientists believe that this is the cross, a piece of the cross that Jesus... Okay, yeah, 6 something thousand years later, and you find a piece of wood and it just happened to belong to a fucking cross that Jesus carried. Anybody can say this shit. Oh, they found the tomb and this is believed to be Jesus's body. I mean, all types of shit. So repeating something and something becoming popular doesn't make it true. So Jessica McCaskill saying what she said, I believe, listening to her. Now you heard what she said about herself. So is she lying when she said that her opponent was taken from her to fight someone else? Is that a lie? Is that an actual lie? No, that's what happened. So when she say that what she said was 100% untrue, yet we know that there's things that she said that we know it's true. So we know she's not lying about those things. So what exactly is she lying about? Okay. Now, for the most part, we can say she said it's possible. Okay. So we know that she believed that more than anything. And listen, her and Alicia Baumgartner, of course they talk. They're cool. Okay. And she also don't want Alicia Baumgartner to be in a situation where what's happening is already happening. And she don't want them to come at her anymore. Now, that's me saying this, and I believe that that is true. I believe that. I believe strongly that, yeah, she's not considering just herself either. She's considering Alicia is already going through this, and she don't want it to get to the point where things just get worse for her. And she doesn't want to be sued by Eddie Hearn. So, yeah, use your head, people. There are things that she said that we know is true. So for her to say everything is 100% untrue is to cover herself. And for her manager, in fact, you know what? I think I'm going to go and try to find that video of her manager speaking on their behalf. Because like I said, I was like 45, 50 seconds in and had to take care of something. And I never got a chance to get back to the video last night. So I think I'm going to go and try to find that and just see what's being said. And, like I said, if it's worth speaking on, if I feel like something I want to speak on it, then I will. But until then, talk to me in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.